Well, a local coffee company is brewing up some new ways to help you find the perfect blend. 7 and 4's Alyssa Heron joins us live this morning at Great Northern Roasting Company to show us where you can taste before you actually buy.
Good morning, Melissa. I am here with owner Jack Davis. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and thanks for already giving us a nice cup of coffee. First of all, how long have you guys been around?
Thanks, Alyssa. Happy New Year. I've been roasting since '99. We've been Great Northern Roasting Company here in Traverse City since 2001.
All right, wonderful. And we are back in the roasting area actually right now. And here's the coffee beans. Kind of describe what they first look like. It's almost related to the Traverse City area.
The beans, the shot you're seeing right now are coffee in its raw form, what's known as green coffee. These are actually the seeds of cherries. They're cousins to the cherries that we know around here. And we actually have this photo of ripe coffee cherries here in red. The green berries are ripening cherries, and this is from an actual coffee plant.
Very cool. I never even knew they started off that way. Okay, so we're going to walk over, and this is the machine that you first got started on, correct? Kind of describe what this does.
This is a 10-pound drum roaster, and what that means is the coffee goes in green inside to a hot rotating drum, kind of like a clothes dryer or hot rock tumbler. And after about 15 minutes, they will change color to the way we normally associate what coffee looks like, and then we drop those out of the rotating drum into this cooling tray and quench the batch and seal in all the flavors that we want.
Very cool. And how long did you use this? And we're going to walk over to a little bit. Is this a bigger version of it?
Yeah, we've been using that machine since the start in 2001.
Okay.
This larger machine is a 35-pounder. Basically, this machine can put out 100 pounds of coffee an hour. We've been using this since 2006. This is our main production machine. The small one is what we use for our rare and exclusive batches, or catch-up batches, things like that.
All right, and so a batch would finish in an hour. Is that what you just said?
Oh, no. A batch would finish in about 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. So fairly quick, actually.
Yes.
And then this over here is used for?
After the coffee comes out of the machines, it's weighed, and then we run it through this machine, which is a sorter known as a destoner that sorts out anything that's not coffee to save grinders. Coffee
Okay.
spends a lot of time on the ground, so we find a lot of small rock chips, other beans, pieces of corn, things like that is very common because it's manually sorted most of the places it comes from, and this machine does all that work for us.
Okay, and then finally, we end up right here, and this is the last part of the process pretty much.
My favorite machine, this is the auto bagger. For 10 years, I bagged coffee manually by hand. This allows us to portion out individual size bags. So if I need a 1-pound bag, a 2-pound bag, we program it in and it sorts out that size, drops it into the bag, we seal it, put it on the shelf, and it's ready to go out the door.
Wonderful. And all of your coffee right now, is it all in Michigan or is it going out of the U.S. right now?
Yeah, the vast majority of our production is what we distribute locally here in Traverse City, about a 60-minute radius in the wintertime, and that extends to about a 90-minute radius in the summer with summer business.
All right, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Coming up at 6:30, we're going to actually show you how you can taste and buy the product now here. All of this information and more will be on our website at UpNorthLive.com. Reporting live in Traverse City, Alyssa Heron, 7 and 4 News.
Plus, 7 and 4's Alyssa Heron, there she is. She will be live at a coffee brewery to show us what unique twist they're taking on, all to sell coffee to the customers. You don't want to miss this. It's 6:21 and you're watching 7 and 4 News today. 7 and 4's Alyssa Heron joins us live at Great Northern Roasting Company to show us where you can taste before you buy. Good morning, Alyssa.
Good morning, Melissa. I am back with owner Jack Davis, or also known as Roaster Jack. Thank you so much for joining us again this morning. So this is the tasting room, and this is new. Tell me how you got started and inspired with this idea.
Yeah, this is our tasting room open to the public. We just opened this up about 3 weeks ago and have an offering on hand all the time of a free taste of our regular offerings, and then the ability to brew a custom cup of coffee for the customer, generally 5 different ways depending on what they're doing at home or how they want to focus on what kind of coffee they're getting.
Okay, so how did you kind of get inspired to do this? I mean, this is a similar experience that people would see up here in northern Michigan around the wineries and stuff like that.
Yeah, this is largely lifted from the tasting room experience in the local wineries. However, last summer, we had a steady stream of customers. Not a week went by where someone new didn't come knocking on our door asking to buy coffee here. And for the most part, all of those people were referred to us by our local restaurant clients. And we had a good time with them and decided we should start offering it all the time.
All right, well, let's get into the tasting. So this is what people would actually kind of experience when they come in here, and explain what kind of coffee we're trying and the two different processes.
All right, well, since it's early, we're tasting the breakfast blend.
All right.
So we've always got, this is an air pot, this silver thermos with the pump on top. We've always got an air pot or two ready to go of our regular offerings, and we give people a taste of that. And this is just brewed this morning. We brew these every 2 hours to keep them fresh.
All right, so let's take a taste of that.
So I'm going to cheat and tell you right now that this is a heavier bodied version of this coffee with a little bit of fruit notes, like a berry fruit note to it. But it's very clean and very smooth.
Very smooth, I like it.
And it's hot.
Okay. And then I want to get everything in, so let's...
So this is the siphon pot that we just brewed, also known as a vacuum pot. This is the same coffee brewed another way. So we used an open flame and boiled water to make this. And this cup of coffee is the exact same beans, but gives you a completely different flavor profile because of the brewing method and the way that the water touches the coffee.
Yeah, and it even smells different.
It does.
I love it. I love it. Very cool, and it's cool to see that the same coffee bean makes two different flavors. Now, over here, this is one of your new products, correct? Yes. I know that me and a lot of people at the station are obsessed with this, and I never knew it actually came from here. So tell me, what is this and how is it made? This
is Strong Brew, our cold brew coffee product. This is a cold brewed coffee that never sees hot water with an 18-hour steep process. And the beans are then blended back with a custom recipe, our Strong Brew recipe, to make it the very creamy, very chocolatey flavor profile. What's nice about cold brew coffee is it has the same caffeine content of a regular hot brewed cup of coffee, but 2/3 less acidity. So if you have a sensitive system and still want to drink coffee, cold brew's the way to go.
It definitely is. You can even taste that small hint of chocolate. I will keep coming back for this, and you can grab refills, can't you now?
Yes.
All righty, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's been great. All of this information and more will be on our website at UpNorthLive.com. Really quick, explain where you're located too.
We are on East Silver Lake Road, 867 East Silver Lake Road. If you Google search or map search for Great Northern Roasting Company in Traverse City, you'll be able to find us.
Wonderful. Reporting live in Traverse City, Alyssa Heron, 7 and 4 News.